Welcome, spread fans, to another edition of Dash's favorite segment of all time, baseball. Dash, you love baseball.
Segment baseball.
Easy.
We're down with it.
Believe it.
Welcome to the Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show.
I want to welcome everybody to the spread. I'm your host, Jim Cella, in studio today with JDash and Big Easy. Dash, what are we talking about today? NL left fielders?
NL left fielders. We're going to rank the 15 starting left fielders.
See, I read the memo you sent me. Aren't you proud?
Yeah, congratulations.
Well, where are we starting? Number 15 or number 1? Because I really didn't read it. I just read the title.
We're going to start from 15 and work our way up to 1.
All right, let's do it. Who do we got at number 15?
Well,
Who's our left fielder? Sterling Marte? Probably him, right? Because he's pretty much garbage.
You're dead wrong. Well, last week when we did center field, the Braves were 15th with B.J. Upton. And here in left field, Johnny Gomes with the Braves. He's going to be 15 as well. So the Braves are hurting right now.
I'd really hate it if my initials were BJ and I was a guy.
Yeah. I don't even know his real name. Maybe
BJ.
It is BJ.
Buffalo Jones.
Anyways, Johnny Gomes, he's 34 years old. He hit .234 last year with a .327 on-base percentage. Just in 273 at-bats. He has a pretty good walk rate, but really, he's too old right now. He doesn't do much anymore.
Do you used to play for the Red Sox?
Probably 25 years ago.
Well, sorry, man. I didn't pay attention to baseball in the last 20 years.
I think
since
he
the
did.
Pirates were losing.
It sounds like a Red Sox name.
It does.
Sounds like he used to play for the Red Sox.
Yeah, he's replacing Justin Upton, though, who went to San Diego. So
Well, where's Gomes coming from if he's replacing Upton?
where is Gomes coming from? I don't even know.
He's garbage. Doesn't matter.
I'm surprised that he even had 273 at-bats last year.
Right above Johnny Gomes, we got 14, Dominic Brown. He's the left fielder for the Philadelphia Phillies. Not a very good baseball team in general. They had their prime. They had their prime, and now they're a little bit on the downfall. Although this guy had some pretty good numbers last year.
Wasn't good enough to get on Always Sunny, though. If you're not a good enough Philly to get on Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, in 2013, he hit .272 and had 27 jacks. But it was a short stretch that he did that. He's really, I don't see him as a very good baseball player. He is only 27, but he only hit .235 last year, .285 on-base percentage. And look, 10 home runs, 17 less than the 2013 season. I don't think this guy is going to bounce back. I think this is pretty much what he is. Maybe a 250 hitter, but I don't see much power out of him, and he doesn't have much speed either.
If you're old and slow, you're garbage.
Number 13.
I know who this is.
Do it up.
I don't know anything about him. I just know his name.
Curtis Granderson. He'll be 34 before the season starts. He's playing for the Mets still. Just .227 last year. That's a terrible batting average. The one plus, he still has a little bit of power. 20 home runs. He scored 73 runs too. But still, he's just a .257 career hitter. And his highest average over the past 6 years is .262. So you can't really expect much out of him. Although he does have a pretty good walk rate. But his speed isn't there anymore like it used to be. He used to be a big-time power hitter, too.
Did he play for the Orioles?
No, he played for the Yankees for a while.
Detroit.
Maybe it was Detroit I was thinking about. I'm
Granderson,
learning things in this, just like you are, folks.
Granderson, in my book, is a solid major leaguer. You know, he's toward the end of his career. But
yeah.
New York, I mean, they got the money. They can bring in. He's proven talent.
Sometimes you need that veteran leadership in your clubhouse. He may not be your best player. I mean, when the Pens brought in Bill Guerin,
there you go.
We won the Cup that year. Guerin was far from the best player on the team.
Granderson has that experience. Right above Curtis Granderson, we got the left fielder for the Chicago Cubs, pulling in number 12 in our rankings, Chris Coughlin.
Cubs are going to be beasts this year.
Yeah.
They got Joe Madden, and I don't know anything else about it, but ESPN said they're going to be beasts, so I'm rolling with it.
ESPN.
Once they get all their prospects up, they should be a pretty good team for a good many years.
Buster Olney said that the Pirates have the best depth in the major leagues.
This Buster
Period.
for the Cubs hit .283 last year. That's pretty solid, but
Yeah, .352 on base too, man.
Better than Pedro,
He
right?
played well until these prospects come up. this guy's going to be in there because he's hitting the ball well. I mean, he doesn't have much. 9 home runs, that's a little bit of power. Yeah, I mean, he's not the greatest player. That's why he's here at number 12, but he's a solid major league player. He's more of a number 4 outfielder to me. Number 11, David Peralta of the D-backs. He's going to be turning 28 this season.
Another guy I know who this is. I'm learning. I know these guys. I know left fielders better than center fielders.
You're sure you're just not thinking of Johnny Peralta?
Oh, yeah, probably.
He hit 286 last year, not a bad average. Just 320 on base percentage though, because he only had 16 walks and 329 at bats. There was a short stretch he was playing pretty well. He hit 301 in June, 314 in July, and then he tailed off. He hit 257 in August and 267 in September. It was just his rookie year though, so I think this guy can improve. He has a little bit of pop, 8 home runs and 329 at bats. Not much speed, but he looked like a pretty decent player last season for a little while.
Yeah, I'm not sure about him. Like you said, it was his rookie year. Diamondbacks really don't get to see too much West Coast action, you know what I mean? So we'll have to pay attention and see if he does anything
this was year. His rookie year this last year? Or
yeah.
This is going to be his rookie year?
No, last year.
So he's 27 going into his second year.
Yeah.
That's what baseball...
It's crazy to me.
If
you're 27 and you're going into your second year in football, your career is over at 28.
You know Alan Craig, correct? He's the guy that did that.
That's what makes baseball crazy, man. You just never give up.
You can be fat, old, and slow, and if you can either still throw hard or hit hard, you're good to
Someone
go.
rolls an ankle, someone gets broke. If the Pirates need a player, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to get your shot in baseball. It's crazy.
Now, we're going to start the top 10 here. Rounding out, we got Chris Davis of the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm getting all of NL Central fielders here we get to talk about. I don't know.
I don't hate the Brew Crew as much as everybody else because Bob Uecker calls our games, and that dude's awesome.
Only 637 career at-bats here for Davis. So.
Yeah, he's still young. He's only 27 years old. The one thing about him, he's a one-trick pony to me. He doesn't hit for average.
He had 22 jacks, it looks like.
That's his one trick.
Yeah. Hey, that's it.
Sometimes it would be nice to see more around 30 from a one-trick pony, but you got to take what you can get. And this guy is still young. He can improve a little bit in the other categories.
One-trick Pedro.
Better than one-trick Pedro. He doesn't even want to play first base.
OTP.
He did score 70 runs last year and had 69 RBIs, so that helps too. That's not bad in either category. Still, just 32 walks and 501 at-bats. He needs to improve that if he wants to bring his on-base percentage up. At number 9, we have good old Marlon Byrd. I know you know this guy.
Yeah, he's another aging veteran playing for the Reds this year. Where was he at? Was he with Cincinnati all last year?
Philly.
No, yeah, he
I
was
thought
with
so.
Philly.
Yeah, he signed with Philly. Did he get traded, or did they just cut him after the year?
He was traded at mid-season, I believe, or during the trade deadline, but I don't think it was to the Reds.
Yeah, he moved around a lot in the last couple of years. He came somewhere from the Pirates to the Phillies.
We probably could have
Dude
kept
can't
him.
settle down.
We probably could have kept him last year. I
Yeah,
think it would have been fine.
264. You know,
I don't think it
25
would've
jacks,
mattered. He had a
85
good year
RBI.
last year.
It would have been nice. I know Polanco's the future, but it would have been nice to have that solid bat in the lineup through the whole season.
Yeah, his average was a little lower than his career average, but look, he played the entire season, 591 at bats.
He's a fat bastard too, isn't he?
He's not fat. He's just
a
beast.
Putty.
Bird's the word.
Bird.
I can see.
Look how many Ks he had, though. 185. That's ridiculous. Just
Pedro
35
came 200
walks.
times and 100 at bats. So I mean, come on.
That math don't. That's not correct math.
That's John Smith math.
All right, at number 8 here, the NL left fielder list, we got Norichi Aoki starting a fresh season off with a new team, ain't he?
Yeah, he played for KC last year, and he played for the Brewers a few years before that. He's 33 years old already, but really he hasn't been in the league too long, just 438 career games, but he's a pretty good hitter. He hit 285 last year, had a good on-base percentage, 349. He got some speed, 17 stolen bases. He's another one of those guys that are just, there's nothing spectacular about him, but he's just a good baseball player.
Yeah. He did used to I remember him terrorizing the Pirates now.
Now that you remember he played for Milwaukee.
Yeah, now you think about it, I can remember him hitting doubles.
All day. Everybody hits doubles against the Pirates.
Look at this, though. 144 Ks and 141 walks in 438 career games. That's beast mode. When you can keep your walks around your Ks, not many players in the major leagues can do that.
Yeah.
That's why he has a very nice on-base percentage. Number 7, we got old Carl Crawford, if he can stay healthy. He's going to be turning 34 this season. He's still with the Dodgers. He had 300 last year, so he's still playing well. A little bit of pop, 8 home runs. He was never a big power hitter. Look, 23 stolen bases. He used to get, 60, maybe 50 some. So his speed has dropped, but he's still getting it done, in my opinion.
Dude used to go nuts on the coolers and the dugouts when bad play or bad call.
Yeah.
I've seen him smash stuff a couple times.
The problem with him is he can't play a full season. He hasn't played a full season in a long time. Just 343 at-bats last year. The one good thing for the Dodgers, though, is they still have Ethier and Van Slyke as backups. Scott Van Slyke, I really like that guy.
Bucko should get him, too.
They were looking at him, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, maybe to play first base at one point.
Gotta love Andy Van Slyke. His son's gotta be beast.
But look, Crawford is a career 292 hitter and a 332 on-base percentage, and really his numbers haven't dropped off from that in his old age. He's going to be turning 34 this season.
I'll take a 300 hitter in left field any day.
Like I said, the only problem is you're going to need another left fielder to play when he's hurt.
Right.
At number 6, here we got the left fielder for the Colorado Rockies, Corey Dickerson.
He's second cousins with Eric Dickerson, right?
You're dead wrong.
Last year, not bad. 312 average, 364 on base, 24 pops.
Yeah, not bad. This guy's a beast. He could even be ranked
Yeah,
higher
with
on
his Colorado
this list.
stats.
It is Colorado stats. 76 RBIs, 74 runs. Not much speed. If he can work on his base running ability, he might get over 10 steals. Look, he got caught 7 times last season. He needs to work on that a little bit. He's still young, though, and I think his walk rate will go up as he gets older. I think this guy's going to be a beast for a long time.
101 Ks. That's creeping up there.
Yeah, it's not too bad. 436 at-bats, that's less than 25%. You want to try to keep it less than 20, but not everybody can do that. It's not the worst in the world. If you looked at Pedro's, then you'd be bitching.
I don't need to look at it. I know his are garbage.
But Dickerson, 297 career average in 630 at-bats. I think this guy will be able to keep this up, especially if he plays in Colorado for a long time, like you were saying, Easy.
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
Number 5.
Drinking Coors Light.
Ugh.
We're going to go
No.
with the Pittsburgh Pirates and Starling Marte. He's still just 26 years old. He hit 291 last year. And remember, he got off to that weak start. And then halfway through the season, he was probably...
He got benched.
Yeah, he was benched for a while. But when he came back, he was possibly the best hitter in baseball for a while. Until the end of the season.
He is, and I do know this for certain, he does K a little bit too much. More than the Pirates would like, anyway.
Yeah, 131 Ks and 495 bats isn't great. If he could pick up his walk rate, it wouldn't look as bad.
Yeah.
But he needs to work on those 2 categories. He has a ton of speed, 30 stolen bases last year.
It seemed like he K'd a lot earlier in the year, and then after them 2 concussions, something clicked.
Yeah,
and
he
then
looked frustrated.
Then he
early
started
in the
being
year.
more patient.
He didn't look like he was having fun. I mean,
You
the
gotta
year
remember,
before, him
too.
and Kutch were out there having a great time.
They started the season off as him as the leadoff hitter, and it wasn't working out. When they moved him down in the order, it helped too.
That's what they've never had a leadoff hitter.
Kenny Lofton.
Josh Harrison, baby.
Yeah.
Garbage.
But
Really?
356 on base percentage last year. I will take those numbers again this season. I think this is the season, though, that he turns that 13 home runs into 20.
Even
Easily.
if he keeps these stat lines up for his career, he's still a steal at the deal that they got him for.
Please believe, and they have him for a while, too.
I think 7 years or something.
Yeah,
6
let's just
years
hope
more.
he is 26 and not 32 right
Yeah,
now.
I forgot. There is reports out there that he's older than he is, but I think it's just because he looks old. You never know.
And we're going to go with the last 4 guys here ranked above our left fielder. Number 4, left fielder for the Padres, starting fresh with a new team, huh?
Padres are stacked.
Padres spent some money this year.
Yeah, their outfield looks good.
Justin Upton, 270 last year with a 342 on-base percentage, 29 jacks, over a hundo RBIs.
Who's the better, Upton?
Those are him.
Yeah, it's not even a question. BJ Upton's a beat nut. Justin Upton's just a beast.
Yeah.
JK47 used to love BJ Upton and say we should have took him in the draft. I forget who we took that year, but he wanted Upton so bad.
He's got the power.
Yeah,
He-Man.
and he played 2 seasons with
power.
Atlanta and hit 56 home runs in those 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's beast.
It is beast, but now he's going to the worst ballpark for hitters, so those numbers could drop off a little bit this season, but he is still someone you want in your outfield. Though he's not the best fielder, he's more of just an offensive guy.
Right.
Still, ton of Ks, 171 in 566 at bats.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But when you put up 29 jacks and have 102 RBIs, who really cares? Number 3, Christian Yelich for the Marlins. He's only 23 years old. This guy is going to be a beast in the league for the next decade, in my opinion. He hit 284 already last year. 362 on base percentage because of his 70 walks and 582 at bats. Seeing that from a young guy gives great expectations of him.
Yeah, big ass lefty.
Yeah, 21 stolen bases last year. I don't expect him to add much onto that. If he gets his average up a little bit, he might get up to 30 stolen bases, but I think his power is going to go up. He's still a young kid. He's going to grow into himself a little bit and hit up to 20, 25 jacks, I think.
Better hope he eats his Wheaties.
I don't know where he's at in the lineup, but
I would guess number 1 or 2.
Early. So people are going to want to you're not going to want to put him on base with Stanton ready to launch off. So, I mean, you're going to see pitches to hit.
Maybe he moves to hit the 5 behind Stanton.
I think he has a little bit too much speed to put him that low in the lineup. I like him higher in the lineup myself.
He can run fast, huh?
Yeah, he's fast. I actually think he should play center field, and Ozuna should be the one in left field.
Yeah. Who's out there? I won't even say this dude's name.
Hey, he's been good for a long time.
This dude.
You're good. I'll let you have number 1 then. Number
He's
2,
like
Matt Holliday.
Yeah, I hate him.
He's getting old. He's 35.
Every day's a holiday to this guy. 308 career average seems pretty good to me, buddy.
Here's my
on
host
base.
impression. This dude's garbage.
His numbers did drop off a little bit last year. He only hit 272, but his on-base percentage was still high as hell. 370, hit 20 jacks, 90 RBIs. He's a veteran. He takes the walk with the best of them. 74 walks and 574 bats, just 100 Ks. This guy's beast mode. I don't think he's going to drop off even more this year. He's at least going to do what he did last year, maybe even have a little bit better of a season.
Yeah, it looks like from these stats you got here for us, he has the best on-base percentage of any of these 15 left fielders from last year.
Yeah, and probably career too, because his career on base is even better, and he's just a solid vet, and he's been consistent his entire career, starting back with the A's.
I don't know if I agree with your number 1.
Oh, he had a down season last year. You want to go ahead and say it?
Yeah, the number 1 JDash spread number 1 NL left fielder, Bryce Harper. I don't think there should be any question about this ranking. He's obviously the youngest. He is on a very good baseball team.
Yeah, he's still
is still improving. I'll go in depth here and even talk about. Yeah, these players are all great, but what teams are
they're
they
not
on?
all great. Johnny Gomes is whack.
No, I mean,
Fuck you, Johnny Gomes.
Yeah, Boston Gomes. No, they're major leaguers, so they're good.
Right.
They're starting major leaguers, so they're good.
Correct.
But I'll tell you what, if Johnny Gomes was on the Cardinals, I bet you he'd be a better baseball player.
Possibly. The Braves are a pretty good team too, though. Although everyone on their team K's a ton.
Teams make it a lot
People
of
in
difference,
Pittsburgh hate the Braves. You're not allowed to say
Bryce
anybody's
Harper,
good.
Just because of his rookie year and all the hoopla around that and the hype, he'll forever
His name should be Bryce
Hyper. He'll forever be Bryce Hyper. Forever be popular. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
he's the Tim
he's going to be a
Tebow
great
baseball.
Yeah, That's almost a fair comparison.
Well, listen,
But he's not gonna. They're not gonna run him out of the league.
he's only 22 years old still. He did have a down season last year, though, compared to what he.
Well, didn't he get hit in the face or something, or busted? He got busted. He was out.
Yeah, well,
Be a little girl.
he started the season looking terrible, and then he got hurt, and then he came back and started to pick it up a little bit. Still, a 344 on base percentage isn't terrible after the horrible start to his season. Just 13 jacks, though, and 32 RBIs and 352 bats. He definitely needs to pick it up to be the number one left fielder. But
Yeah.
he was a beast when he was 19, so there's no reason to think he lost it.
Right.
Dude, he's lost it.
Well, it would be Matt Holliday number one, but we can't. We hate the Cardinals. We don't like them.
22 years
It's as
old,
simple as that.
washed out. He's too
Starling
old.
Marte should be number one.
And we're gonna see Yinzers hit us up at bet_the spread. Vote Starling.
If you want Starling Marte to move up to number one, you just hashtag JDash. You
So
suck.
very quick.
Would you rather have Starling Marte over any of the top four?
Would I rather have? Okay, what if I had to pick?
Out of the top five, who would you want? Even top six, because Corey Dickerson's a
I'm
beast,
fine
though.
with Marte, man. Him and Polanco speak the same language. That's all we need.
I think the only one I'd rather have him over for sure is Matt Holliday, just because Holliday's 35 years old, and if I'm looking to build a team, I don't want to start with him. I'd rather start with someone like Marte.
Block them all.
So, real quick, 15, Johnny Gomes. 14, Dominic Brown. 13, Curtis Granderson. 12, Chris Coughlin. 11, David Peralta, not Johnny. 10, Chris Davis. 9, Bird is the word. 8,
Should have let Dash take this one.
Narichika Ayaki.
7, good old Carl Crawford. 6, Corey Dickerson. 5, Yins Marte. 4, Justin Upton. 3, Yelich. 2, Every Day's a Holiday. And 1, Bryce Harper.
Hyper.
Bryce Hyper.
Hate on my list, people.
Hate on it, love on it. Probably get more hate than love, though. Sorry, Dash. Well, that wraps up our NL Left Fielder segment. Thank you guys for coming in studio. Thank you, fans, for listening. Just like Easy said, follow us on Twitter, bet_the spread. Like us on Facebook. Like them YouTube videos. Subscribe to that channel. We're up to 40. We get up to 100,000. We're starting to get paid for this. It's only going to take us 1,250 years to get there. Peace.
Leave.